Welcome to this video. Thank you so much for joining. I wish to share with you a concept today about masculine and feminine expressions. Now, specifically, there are many characteristics, of course, to the expression of the masculine, expression of the feminine. What I would like to speak to today specifically is the internalization of the masculine and the communication of the feminine. So the masculine internalizes. The feminine overtly communicates. Now, let me get something very clear. When we're speaking to masculine and feminine traits, we're speaking to expressive states. That's all we're speaking to. We're not speaking to the masculine being limited to a male or the feminine being limited to a female. You see, over the years, and I mean for thousands and thousands of years, we have developed expressive states of self, and we have put them in polarity or polar opposites. And we could look at it as black or white, or a form of expression, the antithesis of that, and we label that, or we understand it as masculine traits and feminine traits. Now, the masculine internalizes life, internalizes our surroundings, internalizes our environments, our relationships, internalizes the self, goes into self to understand self, to reflect, to critically reflect, to connect to. The feminine wants to express, wants to internalize, wants to express, wants to communicate overtly with others, wants to connect with the other. Here it is. In our society, in modernity, the masculine has been conditioned to internalize too much, far too much. And the feminine has been conditioned to externalize our communication too much. So with that said, we understand that men don't talk. We say that men don't talk, and that common thread that women are always speaking with their girlfriends, always talking with their girlfriends. There's an intensity in expression of internalization that takes place for the masculine that is not healthy when it is at intensity. And it's the same for the feminine. So remember, this is both for males and females. When we internalize too much without then being able to communicate and look to a revered or respected source external to ourselves for a little bit of a reflection or some guidance or input or a mirror per se, to understand ourselves, to understand that internal reflective point, we are not living fully, we're not living openly, we're not understanding ourselves in completeness. You see, we must internalize because the primary source of power within every human being is within oneself. That's a given. But we also must communicate that truth, that authentic nature, because we are relational, socialized beings. That is very important to understand. So it's about finding the balance between internalizing the power that we have as self and executing a critical reflection of self, but then also being able to communicate that overtly and clearly through the feminine, fluidly through the feminine. So internalize our environment, our circumstances, our thoughts, go deep into self, and then don't remain there. Open self up, communicate, express with others, with loved ones, with people that you revere and respect. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Please share it if you resonate, if you feel it's of value. Let's create something wonderful together. Please check out my YouTube channel, S.Sifandos, and my website, S.Sifandos.com. Many blessings on your journey. One is glad to be of service.